What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Tonight we're going to do a little story time. You know, you guys really like the stories, but I'm running out of stories to tell. And it's funny because, you know, every once in a while one will pop in my head. I'm like, oh, I got to tell that story time, and then I forget it. So, you know, as they pop back into my head, they don't always have to do with bodybuilding, but they definitely all have to do with stuff that's happened to me and that, you know, you guys seem to get entertainment out of. So no matter how bad, whatever happens to me in them. So this story time goes back to when I was a junior in high school. Now, junior and senior year, every year, they had a scavenger hunt. Now, we usually took place at night, and it was between a certain time, and you had groups. So you would get your group together, which me, of course, was Henry, Lisa, Jenny, Trisha, and Brian. That was our bunch of people that we hung out with. And you get your groups, and you get your list of scavenger scavenger items. I don't know what you would call it. Maybe nowadays they call them something else. So back then, yes, I'm old. Let's call it a scavenger hunt. So you go around and get all these different things. Now, one of the things was a piece of shit. You had to have a piece of shit in a bag, which they're really, really far out things. So you get this list, and it'll be like you have to have a street cone, a construction cone. You have to have a stop sign. Just the most random things that you have to get. It can get pretty, risky trying to get these things where you can get arrested. So we're going through the thing and we're getting things. And what's funny is we get to this one that says you have to have a shit in a bag, actual shit in a bag. So like, where the fuck are we? Like, what are you gonna go walking around looking for dog shit? And then it dawned on me, we live on a farm with horses. There's horse shit there. So we drive to my house and my parents are like, hey, all your friends have been by. And I was like, what do you mean my friends have been by? They've been looking for horse shit. I'm like, fuck, they had the same idea. So a bunch of people came to the house, scooped up horse shit, put it in a Ziploc bag, sealed it. My parents gave them the bags. Thanks, Mom and Dad. And then, we went our way. So now we're looking. There was one thing that, before that we saw in there that there was only one of. So only one team was going to get this thing. And that was in the Burger King drive-thru. When you drive up to the thing, I don't know what they have nowadays, but back then they had these little, tubes that you would drive over, and they would, ding, ding, and send a signal inside. So that tube was on the scavenger hunt list. So we said, all right, fuck it, we'll go grab it first. Because I guarantee you everybody's going to start at the top. We'll go here, midway, get the things that there were only one of that are harder to get. So that way there we have more time later on while they're trying to figure out what to do. That's how we'll win. So we go to the drive-thru, and we realize a bunch of other people thought about it too. So they're there already. Everybody's scoping it out, trying to figure out, how do we grab it? And I don't remember if it was Henry or me. I don't remember who grabbed it, but one of us fucking snagged that shit, ripped it off, and everybody just fucking, as soon as it got ripped off, it made a noise, and everybody just fucking ran to their cars and took off. Well, out of all the cars, I had my parents' white station wagon, which was very descript. It was easy to spot. It had a CB antenna on top of it. You could do a description of this car, hands down when the police came. So everybody takes off. So we're all cruising around, trucking around, trying to get all these other things together. We go to my parents' house, get the horse shit. And we get back together at the right time, which everybody meets at McDonald's. That's what you meet, and that's where you meet for the scavenger hunt. To tally everything up and see who won. Now, I don't remember, honestly, it's been so long, I don't remember if we even got done counting all the things we got in the police game. Now, in this small town of Warren, Rhode Island, where I live, my cousin Kenny is a police officer. Now, there's only maybe 10 police officers in the whole town. And all of them know us. All of them know our names. They know our parents. They know our grandparents. They know where we live. We know where family lives. It's small town, period. So we're sitting there in the parking lot of McDonald's at night. And the police roll in. And they say, stand over here, get over here, da-da-da-da, doing the whole spiel. And Roland Bruley, who was a police officer, who was a friend of my cousin's, and my family calls me JW. So he says, JW, where's the thing for Burger King? I said, Roland, I said, we took it and threw it in the woods. I said, after we got it checked off, we threw it in the woods. So all right, so the scavenger hunt was done because we tallied everything up. And then when it was done, we took it and tossed it in the woods. So that's where it was. So I said, we threw it in the woods. I said, it's the middle of, it's the middle of the night. I mean, how are you going to find that hose in the woods? So he opens the car door and he looks down and what appears to be the hose is next to the seat. So he fucking grabs it and yanks it. And when it won't come out, he keeps yanking it and yanking it. It's my dad's CB antenna. So he's fucking jerking on this thing. I'm like, Roland, If you pull that CB antenna out, I'm going to get fucking killed. Already I'm going to get killed because the police are involved. We're doing stupid shit that we're not supposed to be doing. But if you rip my dad, I'm going to get ass whipping at, 17 years old. This is not cool. So he just kind of, okay. So he starts putting it back in, pushing it, whatever. He's like, you know what? We're going to go find that hose that you threw. I was like, fuck. So it was me, Henry, I don't remember who else was there, who was left. We go to the woods with flashlights. Just a couple of flashlights again, like 3 or 4 of us. And we're looking around. Can't find this hose. And he's like, if you're out there all night, you'll be out there all night, but you're going to find that hose. So we're walking around like, fuck. So now, maybe 45 minutes goes by. We come out of the woods. Like rolling, I can't find it. I don't know what to say. He says, okay. He said, are you done for the night doing your bullshit, doing your stupid things, you're going home and going to bed? So like, well, yeah, everything's all done. You guys broke up the party. I mean, it sucks. Everything's done. She says, okay. He said, by the way, Burger King already replaced the hose, and they don't need the hose, but that's your punishment. Walking around in the woods looking for this thing, thinking that you're going to get arrested, thinking that you're going to get your ass kicked, thinking that all this is going to happen. Now go home and go to bed. We're not even going to tell your parents. So now we all look at each other like, you got to be fucking kidding me. So now we were tromping around in the woods for like 45 minutes in the middle of the night and thinking we're going to get fucking killed and arrested and all this shit because they're telling us we're going to take you guys in. It's vandalism. Like, they were really drilling home. And they were fucking 16-year-old kids. I mean, we didn't know the difference. We thought we were going to jail. Like, shit, we're getting sent up the river because we stole a hose. So we drive past Burger King on the way back. Pull into Burger King and just make kind of a drive-through around the Burger King, and sure enough, there was a hose on the ground. They already replaced it. It was literally like a piece of a hose, and they put a screw in one side of it and turn it so that it closes off that side. They stick it into this thing that goes near the thing where you talk in through the drive-through, and as you roll over it, the air pushes on it, lets them know you're there. So basically, they must have like a big giant hose that they cut sections off every time it splits or idiot kids steal it or whatever. And it really wasn't a big deal. They just called the police to let them know that idiot kids were doing vandalism things, and my parents' station wagon was easy to spot, and he knew exactly who it was when they said it was a white station wagon with a big antenna on it. And they were like, this is Kenny's cousin. So that was our only scavenger hunt that we did. That and then I don't think we won. Honestly, I think someone else had gotten more of the scavenger items than we did. But it was a good time. I look back at it now, and it was just a little stupid thing, like stupid kids doing stupid stuff. But, I'm not telling kids to go out there and steal stuff from Burger King. I'm not saying that at all, or, stealing anything from anywhere. But, I'm sure the people that are my age or maybe a little younger can agree that, man, those are some of the best. I keep hitting this thing and it moves. Shit. Those are some of the best times of your life. You don't have to worry about a job. You don't have to worry about a mortgage. You don't have to worry about kids. You're just out there with your friends, just being silly, doing stupid things, and hopefully you don't do anything too bad that gets you really screwed. But man, what I wouldn't give to go back now, knowing what I know now, go back. Yeah, you guys know. Anyways, biosyourtraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight and don't steal shit from the Burger King drive-thru. www.biosyourtraining.com is the blog anywhere. Here's the Burger King bicep. That was built on Burger King, and we're out.
Extreme. Make plans to be at the 2014 Blue Ridge Fitness Festival, April 26, 2014. Mark the Machine Lowbliner brings the ANBF Natural Bodybuilding Show to Roanoke, Virginia. Extreme Living brings Jerry Ward of Bios3 Training. More information can be found at extremeliving.biz. We'll see you there.